Radio Rahim with Whittaker. Now listen, the very first punch landed in this fight was a body shot. And I saw you smile. He got a clean shot in on you. What was your thought in that very moment?
It was nervous energy from him. He jumped out, tried to rush it. As soon as I slowed it down, I thought, all right, it's gonna be an easy night. And at the end of the day, that's what you're supposed to do with those guys. Get them out of there. And that's what I did.
Your ring walk is going to be talked about all day tomorrow. But what I noticed is, like you said, you got down to business. There was not a bunch of showboating or antics in there tonight. Is that the new way that you want to approach boxing?
I know I can showboat, I can do other things, but when you can get them out there like that, that's what you're supposed to do. I could have easily made it 4 or 5 rounds, dancing around, entertaining the crowd. But that would have maybe gave him a bit of confidence. I thought, nah, man, let's get him out of there, and that's what I did.
He didn't give you much challenge as far as technique or ability tonight, but what did it do for your spirit? How is this as a new start, a new beginning?
It just shows that I can clean guys out, hit them right. I'm a true boxer. Like I said, you don't get Olympic medals for not being able to box, so that's what I showed tonight.
I know 11 fights isn't a lot, but there's a lot of money to be made at the light heavyweight division. How quickly do you feel like you can challenge as a contender for one of these belts, or at least the top of the division?
Yeah, I believe I got the skills, but like you said, it's all about experience. Boxing, especially pro boxing, it's all about time. So when I get there, I want to make sure I'm there and I'm ready.
You may notice my accent's American, so speak to that American audience that Eddie keeps banging on about.
I feel like I've got the looks, the charisma, the skill. That's why I want to touch down. I've got family over there too, so I'm looking forward to it. And when I'm out there, it's going to be good.
You mentioned that it was stop and start previously. You had some little injuries bothering you, but this was a fairly easy night. How quickly do you want to be back, and how often do you want to fight per year?
That's one good thing with matchroom, the professional, they can keep me active. And that's what I need. My last fight was April, so it was a big chunk out. And like I said, the fans want to see me fight, and that's what they need to see. At the end of the day, next year we're looking to keep the ball rolling, keep the performances going. At the end of the day, keep the win coming.
How quickly do you feel like you can move through the levels and become a contender for a championship?
I truly don't believe no one can move like me, they don't have my speed like me. And they don't have the IQ like me at 175. They can all bang, they can all gritty. I've got something different, but at the end of the day, I'm 11 fights in. That was my 11th fight. And it's all about process. When you want to build a star like me, you got to take your time.
Last one, I know you and Andy, it's your second fight, second knockout. Sometimes fighters want rounds. Would you like to have had this fight go longer? Do you want somebody with a bit more sustainability?
No, not at all. At the end of the day, we do the rounds in the gym. You know what I mean? Andy's got to be doing 10 rounds each week. So for me, 2 minutes is perfect. But at the end of the day, the rounds will come. That guy was picked to do rounds.
Yeah,
exactly. 19-1, never been stopped. And very solid contender, very sturdy, as you could see. It wasn't like a setup shot. It was a brutal knockout through power. Yeah. Brute force. And it was an easy night, but this guy has worked so hard over the last 2 months. The sacrifice he's made to come to Ireland, diet very strict, never strayed from his diet with Scott the nutritionist, and it's the whole team have played a huge part, but he does the hard work, and you don't see that, but what you see is the results, and that was the results. Okay.
How often would you like to see him fight per year, and how quickly do you want him back?
I think he should be fighting 3-4 times a year. 3 or 4 times a year next year, and then he needs to get up to about 16, 17 fights, get the experience, travel, experience different styles, and he needs rounds and at a high level. But it's very hard to find someone who can match him for level because he's so humble. And I just think the next couple of years are going to be a great time, building him learning, going on the road sometimes, coming back here to Birmingham, and by mid-2027, he should be right there, right at the top 5 light heavyweights in the world. I'm ready to beat any of them.
Birmingham loves you, America. Can't wait for you. Radio Rahim with Whittaker.